You're very welcome back. Now, nothing is better in the cold season than a nice batch of freshly baked bread.
Certainly is, and we are making some delicious bread here this morning. Patrick Ryan from Firehouse Bakery is here to show us how it's done. There's a lot of steps in this, isn't there? But it looks amazing.
Yeah, no, we're making a simple loaf. Bread is simple. Bread's got simple ingredients. We got flour, we got water, we got salt, we got yeast. That's it.
Yeah.
But the secret to great bread is time. The more time you can give it, the more flavour it has and the much easier it is for your body to digest.
So does that mean people are maybe doing it wrong and they're just shoving it in, where if you just spend a little more time on it is better?
Well, basically, the human body is not designed to break down grain. And we can only do so by fermentation. So by simply fermenting flour, it increases the bioavailability of the nutrients within it. So basically, your body can extract much more of the health benefits.
And we're always talking about our gut health.
And it increases the digestibility.
Yeah.
Hold on, sorry. So you have flour, water, is that yeast?
So what we're doing here is we're actually going to make what we call a sponge.
Okay.
So what we're doing is we're taking 520 mils of water,
right,
400 grams of flour,
yeah,
and in this case, 20 grams of yeast. I'm using fresh yeast.
Oh, fresh
so
yeast.
If you're not
Where do you buy the fresh? Because you can buy the sachets, can't you, of the
any
dried
baker,
yeast?
any in-store supermarket that actually bakes bread.
Okay.
But dried yeast is perfectly fine. The ratio is about 3:1, so about 7 grams a sachet.
Okay.
Basically, all we're doing, stir that together. It looks like pancake batter.
Yeah.
And we leave that sit overnight. So basically,
that's stage one.
That little bit of yeast can get to work without the presence of any salt, and it'll suddenly turn into this.
Don't cover it or anything?
No, so basically in a container, probably pop it in the fridge and let it ferment.
Okay.
So now I suddenly have 14, 15 hours of flavour here, which now will become the base of my bread recipe.
Right.
So it's what we call a sponge. So
do you do this all the time, baking your stuff?
Yeah, we do a lot of sourdoughs. We use a lot of different pre-ferments, pouliches, sponges.
So like in your restaurants or in your coffee shops then, this is all done the day before, so there's always prep the day before.
We bake 7 days a week. So
yeah, so it's always
day
before prep.
And that's probably the main big difference between what we do versus the mass-produced loaf.
Okay.
We want to slow everything down. They want to speed everything up.
up.
And if you take time out of bread making, something's got to give. Hence flavour, hence digestibility. So our little sponge goes in. We're adding 15 grams of salt. And I'm using some granary flour here.
Sorry, what type of salt now? Just...
nice sea salt.
Anything,
it's fine.
yeah, okay.
But just not too coarse because it might not break up in the dough.
Okay.
Now, I'm using a granary flour. A lot of people have heard of it. Granary bread, granary flour.
Yeah. I buy granary bread all the time.
It's a really lovely flour to work with. It's got little wheat and barley grains that have been toasted. So it's got this toasted malted flavour to it. The thing is, though, granary is actually a trademark and Hovis own it.
Oh, really?
So often people go looking for the name granary, but they won't find it unless it's called, it's made by Hovis.
Okay, right.
So malted flour, malted wheat, it's all exactly the same thing. It's just simply a brand name. That's going to mix nice and slowly on a gentle speed for about 8 to 10 minutes. It's developing the gluten, it's giving our dough strength, so that as it...
And that's got the hook setting on that
dough
one,
hook
isn't it?
attachment,
The dough hook, okay.
When you're mixing, nice and slow, because we're all getting impatient, we make the mix go faster.
Mine goes mental then when this starts.
Just 1 or 2 on the dial is all you need.
Okay.
Because what we're doing is we generate heat.
You turn it up to 10.
Oh, I do too fast.
Once that's
nice
needed,
we're
going to let it ferment for 3 hours.
Oh, wow.
Uncovered again?
I cover it over just to stop the
Just
skin
cling
forming,
film or
just so
something?
that the loaf doesn't dry out.
Okay.
After 3 hours, it'll look like this. So
Right.
that's simply all you're going to do. So basically, the yeast gets to work. It produces carbon dioxide, and your dough, the natural sugars within the dough, and your dough begins to rise.
And you don't need to put that onto floured surface or anything?
Not so much.
Oh, wow,
See, we all have a tendency to get this and cover different types of flour. But when it comes to rolling and shaping breads, too much flour actually works against you because you can't grip.
Okay.
So what we're doing is we're knocking back the dough. Because the internal temperature is higher than external.
Yeah.
So we knock it back, we equalise the temperature. Basically, you make a ball.
Oh, I love this. Right.
So what we want to do now is we're going to shape it. We're going to use a beautiful little sandwich loaf tin here. This is my go-to Christmas sandwich bread. Christmas Day, I'm making this. Filled turkey, ham, it's unbelievable.
Amazing.
Tiny bit of flour.
Okay.
Turn your dough over. Give it a little stretch. And you fold it over so they intersect. Squash it together. It'll look like an envelope. Take each corner facing toward you. Fold one in the centre, the other one on top. So now it'll look like a little triangle. You fold it over, and where your thumbs naturally land, squash the dough and pull it towards you. Fold it over again, and one more time.
Why?
What's all this for?
Because basically what we're trying to give their dough is strength and structure. So then it rises evenly. Now, with a tin...
What about the other side? You didn't fold the other end.
See, this is my
That's
seam.
going in.
So a tin is very forgiving because it can only go one way. So basically it's going to go into our tin and we're going to let this prove again for another 2 hours. Right. And I know this might feel like excessive, but you're not doing any work.
Okay, so...
The dough is doing all the work.
So it was left overnight, then it was 3 hours, 2 hours.
So the mixer needs to take 10 minutes, sits for 3 hours. We let it back, we shape it.
How do I know that's done?
So you'll see it now. This probably needs a little bit more. The dough will start to pull away from the side of the bowl.
Okay.
So if we kind of have a quick little look.
Yeah, it's still stuck.
But also, there's a thing called the window pane effect. We should be able to stretch our dough to basically, it's virtually see-through without it ripping and without it tearing. But you can see the way it's kind of ripping, it's kind of tearing. That's dough telling me it's not ready yet. It needs a little bit more work.
So how long does it go in? When it's time to go into the oven, how long does it go in for?
Because of this size of loaf, this is about 1.2 kilos. We've preheated an oven at 220, so don't be afraid to turn your oven up.
Yeah.
We need high temperatures for bread. And this size loaf will bake for 45 minutes.
45 minutes. And look at this, perfect.
Wow.
Look at it. Like it,
my goodness.
the crisp on
the
that.
world.
Class. I love this. Is going to be Christmas time. So yeah, where you've loads of time, family coming around, you want to avoid them, go to the kitchen and make your bread.
Christmas is boring. No, but like, it's the night
2
before.
days, 2 days out. I'll see you tonight.
Takes about 2 seconds to do. Sits overnight. Make your dough.
Yeah.
Bread on the day.
Oh, give us a slice of
throw
that.
us over the whole loaf. Wow, Paddy, this is class.
Oh, look at that. That is...
Fresh,
Oh, the
freshly
warm.
baked bread.
You can't beat it. You can't beat it.
Goodness me, this is the best breakfast I've ever had. They're crunchy outside as well.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to get myself one of those tins.
Patrick, thank you so much.
From Firehouse
Absolutely
Bakery.
brilliant. We're going to take a quick break while you enjoy this. See you in a few minutes.